Welcome back to the channel. We're up here at the cabin today. It's a nice, beautiful, wintry day. It's only about maybe -5 it feels like, not even. Closer to 0 probably. Maple syrup season's just around the corner. We still have a lot of work to do, so we're also going to check out which trees that we've marked, make sure they're still marked. We've kind of lost count as to how many we had, so we want to double check. I think last time we counted we had around 40. We're going to make an inventory as well as to how many buckets we need. We still have some buckets left over and some tubing.
Yeah, we need buckets, lids, tubing, and taps.
So we're just up here for the night. Right now we're just going to walk around, see if we can find some trees. We're not going to do much work other than just kind of cut up some trees and block it up.
We did have plans, but they aren't going quite the way we wanted.
I got the chainsaw pinched in the tree. It's the first time I've had the bar and chain jammed in a tree so far. But this is a heavy tree we're trying to cut down. It's a maple, and yeah. I was trying to undercut it so it didn't pinch, but it ended up pinching anyway.
Normally we have a second chainsaw up here, but I think my dad must have taken it home.
Yeah.
Because there usually is a second one here where we could have fixed that a lot easier than we did. But
So yeah, I'd use the axe and chip it out. But we're good. Now I just gotta tighten the chain and I'm gonna cut some more of this tree up.
Jeff just ran back up to the cabin to grab the tool to tighten the chain on the chainsaw. We're here for the night tonight, and we thought we would get a head start on what we had planned for tomorrow by coming out here and starting to block up this tree, which clearly has not gone in our favor. We're running out of wood to burn at home for the winter, so we're trying to get a head start on wood for next season by starting to cut up this maple tree today. We've already burned through almost 6 bush cords of wood at home because the wood stove is our primary source of heat at home. So next year we are looking at way more than 6 cords of wood, which is why we're starting right now. I think I hear Jeff coming up behind me, so hopefully he's gonna get the chainsaw working again and we can get to cutting down this tree.
Generally there's a special tool to tighten the bar on a chainsaw. I don't have that tool. Holly's dad though had this old tire iron. This size here actually fits perfect, so we're in luck. So when I got the bar pinched, I was putting a lot of tension on the chain and it kind of basically didn't stretch the chain in this case. Over time the chains do stretch. In this case it just pushed the bar back in, so I just got to pull it out. So once I have it kind of to the desired tightness, I'm just going to tighten these back up. Well, that's it. I only got the chain saw pinched in there, I think twice. Once really good, and then yeah, one other time. But yeah, I'm still a bit of a novice with this thing. Gotta be very careful. I still need to get some chainsaw pants, but luckily we got through that okay, and we got some wood already started for next winter.
Yeah, so we're still working our way through the trees that fell down almost 2 years ago, and we will continue to be working through those forever.
Yeah, but for now, we're gonna go back up to the cabin and get supper started.
Yes, we are, because I brought some steak from that quarter cow that we bought earlier this year.
And some potatoes.
Steak and potatoes.
So it's time for supper. We have steak and potatoes. Holly said she grabbed 2 steaks, but instead she grabbed 1 large steak, which is fine. There's still enough there for both of us. So we're gonna barbecue this up. We're gonna cut up some potatoes, throw them on the barbecue as well.
Okay.
You're gonna bite me?
No. For anyone that's tuned into Instagram lately, we just had a major rat problem under our chicken coop. So we came up here for a little rest and reset, and this just ran out from the wall.
I was trying to eat the steak.
And took a bite off the steak that we were thawing for dinner.
So supper is cooked. It's pretty good. We got some potatoes, we got our steak, and we have some avocado as well. Minus the mouse. But we dealt with him and we cooked the meat. I'm sure it's okay. We're just going to finish up supper, and then we're going to go over our goals for 2024 monthly and basically for what we want done by the end of the year. And then we're going to shut it down and we'll pick back up in the morning.
We're just going out to check the trees that we marked and take an accurate count. We know we marked somewhere between 35 and 40 trees, but we aren't exactly sure. So we need to count and see how many trees we have marked, see how many buckets we need and tubing, so that next time we come up here, we can bring all the stuff to hang our buckets. We're losing track. We're having a hard time counting the trees here, which I know probably sounds silly, but they're so spread out that we're counting in a circle.
Not as easy as we thought it was going to be.
We think there's somewhere around 30 trees in the area that we're standing that we have marked. I thought that we marked 35 over here, so I'm not really sure.
We still have about at least 10 up at the cabin and then just past the cabin, which was originally part of our 40 that we thought.
Maybe we're closer to 50.
I hope not.
We'll find out. It looks like we have about 35 trees marked in this area, which is about what I thought that we had marked. But now that we're up here, there's actually probably another 10 trees that we could have tapped up here. But I think we need to have some boundaries because otherwise we're gonna end up with 100 tapped trees, which is gonna be a real problem. We're gonna head up to the cabin now and see how many trees we're gonna mark up there. But I think that we have definitely overshot this and we are actually closer to 50 trees.
we ended up with 42 trees. 42 is a lot of trees, so we have a lot of work ahead of us. We're gonna bring home the barrels from last year. There's some residue, some stuff in there that doesn't look nice, so we're gonna cut the tops off. We can rinse them out with soap and water, and then we'll bring them back up next weekend. And because we decided to increase the amount of trees we're tapping, we're actually gonna get another evaporator pan. So we're gonna order one of those. We'll bring that stuff up next weekend and we'll set it all up. We have to dig out some snow and kind of just figure out where we're gonna put all this.
I have a history of getting carried away with stuff. When we first started doing sap, I think we tapped 10 trees. I think we were aiming for 10, and then I think I said 15.
Yeah.
So we did 15. Last year I said, let's jack it up to 20, but we ended up, I think, doing 22.
Something like that, or 25.
Yeah, so then this year I said, let's do 30, and we have 42. And as we were walking away from where we have our trees marked, how many more did I point out?
Another 3 or 4 at least.
Yeah, probably closer to 10. I was like, oh my gosh, we could have like 50 trees.
50 is a lot. I mean, we're pretty ambitious, but we have to also be realistic here.
100 next year. We are considering putting out lines next year just because we've now moved to a different area where we're tapping trees. So where we are tapping trees now, everything's kind of all tucked together nicely and it runs down. Gravity helps out. So if you run your lines and you have it all going to one spot, that's where you can build some sort of shack for evaporating. So it's all kind of in one area. That sounds like something we'll be talking about for next year though, which I guess actually would have to go up this year.
So we got a lot planned for this year, but for now, sap first.
All right, let's grab the barrels.
We got our barrels loaded up. We got to put the rest of our gear in the back, and then I'm gonna strap those down.
We came up here with the intent to just start blocking up some wood for next season and then do a quick inventory, but we need to revamp some stuff. We did find another tree that we're gonna cut up probably next time we come up, another big maple that's fallen over.
That'll be just something we kind of do periodically as we come up, and we're not gonna leave it till the last minute.
That's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.